were found in the breast and the cervix, pancreas, prostate, or the ovaries. Shark cartilage also helps with inflammation. It helps with arthritis. This is due to the cartilage. It appears to work as a natural anti-inflammatory in reducing swelling and easing pain. One doctor in Costa Rica administered shark cartilage to 10 patients who were bedridden with severe cases of osteoarthritis. After 3 weeks of therapy, 8 of the 10 were able to walk. That was with shark cartilage. Shark cartilage, many of these benefits to individuals suffering from arthritis pain and inflammation. There's also evidence of shark cartilage in treating skin conditions such as psoriasis. Medical treatment usually consists of cortisol steroids and other drug therapies, or the cortisone creams. Research continues worldwide on documenting the use of shark cartilage. There are considerable numbers of diseases and disorders being investigated with the use of shark cartilage. Eczema, acne, poison oak and ivy, colitis, asthma, gastritis, a lot of your itises. There have been amazing results with the use, and there's still, it's still relatively, research that is going on. And as the research moves on, we will have more information on that. Another combination I want to, and shark cartilage is something that I took. Let's see here. I want to go through another product. It's called Essiac, or E-TEA. Its name comes from the last name of a nurse, Renee Cassay, and you spell her name backwards, and that was Essiac. Her name was Renee Cassay, C-A-I-S-S-E, and you spell that backwards, and that is the Essiac, the E-S-S-I-A-C. In the early 1900s, there was a lady, Renee Cassay was a registered nurse, and in the early 1900s, she had a lady who came to her for a physical, and she noticed that she had these scars on her breasts. And when she asked her about them, she told Renee that an Indian medicine man had given her a formula combination that she used, drank it as a tea, and what ended up happening was these tumors moved to the surface skin area, and they erupted, and they drained, and this had been like 20-some years prior to her meeting Renee Cassay. And it was the Ojibwa Indians, Ojibwa, the Indians. That is where actually the remedy was given to her. So the ET, what happens is the company takes that product and they make that tea. It is recommended for 3 ounces twice a day of the tea. So what the company does is it makes the tea and then it dehydrates it, so that each capsule is equivalent to 1 ounce of the Essiac tea. So when you're dealing with abnormal cells and you consume this Essiac tea, the ET, you add 3 capsules, open and empty 3 capsules into hot water, hot alkaline water, and you just kind of hit it with a spoon. It completely, totally dissolves. You drink a cup of that upon rising in the morning, and you drink a cup of, not a cup, you drink 3 ounces of it. Actually, what I did was I did drink a cup. I just put three capsules, open and empty, into it. So I drank that first thing in the morning and then right before going to bed. And one of the herbs in that is burdock. It is, burdock is a primary detoxifying herb, both in Chinese and Western herbalism. Burdock is especially useful for treating conditions related to chronic toxicity. It stimulates the elimination of waste via the colon, kidneys, and the skin. Burdock is particularly well known as a blood purifier. Large amounts of burdock have been used to purify the blood and stimulate the production of mucosal fluids while reducing toxins in the body, making it useful for treating allergies and respiratory congestion. Burdock is also very, very good as a fiber. It helps to absorb toxins from both the digestive and the intestinal tract. Burdock is also used as a lower bowel. It's also used to increase lower bowel transit time, and it also balances the intestinal flora. Research has also shown that it exhibits antibacterial as well as antifungal activity. The next herb in this formula, this ESSIAC formula, ET, is sheep sorrel, and it is a key ingredient. It's believed to destroy the cancer cells and cause cells to retreat to the original tumor site. Sheep sorrel promotes detoxification by purifying the blood. It strengthens liver function, it stimulates urination, and it expels calcium stones from the body, stones from the kidneys. It kills parasites and worms. It has a laxative effect and particularly beneficial for chronic gastrointestinal disorders. Sheep sorrel is extremely high in vitamin C. It's been used for staph boils, MRSA, cancers, fever, lymphatic swelling, glandular imbalance, excessive bleeding, hemorrhaging, jaundice, skin diseases, tuberculosis, specifically as well as tumors, ulcers. The next herb in the formula is slippery elm, and slippery elm is one of those things that I talked about that last week as well. It's just slippery elm bark. It's wonderful for absorbing toxins, taking care of inflammation. It stimulates nerve endings in the stomach and the intestines, which in turn result in the secretion of mucosal fluids. Due to its high mucilagenic content, slippery elm has been shown to be quite effective for absorbing toxins from the bowel and balancing intestinal flora as well, just like the burdock does. Sheep sorrel is used for irritations, all irritations of the mucous membranes, the stomach, the digestive tract, the intestinal tract, the urinary tract. When slippery elm makes contact with inflamed surfaces, its mucilagenic properties coat and soothe the irritated tissue, and it helps to protect them from the injury of the inflammation, and it has a drawing effect. It pulls the irritants, the toxins, out of that cell and the tissue. Slippery elm is also used for acidic conditions, arthritic inflammation, asthma, bronchitis, chronic diseases, cystitis, colic, colitis, constipation, diarrhea, diverticulitis, gastroenteritis, inflammatory irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, pleurisy. Pleurisy is the inflammation. The pleura is the bag that the lungs are in, and then the pleura is attached then to the rib cage. So when you get pleurisy is very, very painful. It hurts to breathe because of that inflammation of that bag, and then when the lungs expand out, it's very, very painful. Pleurisy, sore throat, tuberculosis. We still have people dying from tuberculosis. So, turkey rhubarb is the next herb in this combination, and there are these 4 herbs that are in the E-TEA, the SCAC, burdock, sheep sorrel, slippery elm, and then turkey rhubarb. And turkey rhubarb owes much of its effect as a laxative, to the presence of specific chemical compounds that trigger peristaltic action. That's the squeezing action of the bowel. So in small doses, the tannins found in the turkey rhubarb can produce almost a constipating effect to help relieve diarrhea. So if they're real loose, if the stools are loose, the transit time is too fast. So in small amounts, turkey rhubarb will slow that down so that the bowel then can have a normal formed bowel movement. Turkey rhubarb as well stimulates the release of bile. It purifies the blood by enhancing the liver function. It improves abdominal distension, bloating, pain associated with, acute dysentery. It has antibacterial activities and specifically works against the Staphylococcus aureus, which is, that's in that MRSA family. And there's an awful lot of MRSA out there. It's airborne, very devastating. I talked about the silver with MRSA. So Staphylococcus aureus is, that's right there in that family, which can cause canker sores, inflammation throughout the body. Turkey rhubarb is considered beneficial for a variety of inflammatory conditions, liver problems, skin problems, respiratory problems, glandular system as well. The next product that I want to talk about with cancer is a product called Enviro Detox. And Enviro Detox has burdock in it. I'm not going to cover that again. We just went through that with the SCAC. There is dandelion in that helps the liver and the gallbladder filter out the toxins, and dandelion purifies the blood. It also stimulates the kidneys to eliminate toxins through the urine. Dandelion contains enzymes which assist cell metabolism and increase the bile secretions in the liver. As a result, dandelion inhibits bile duct inflammation. Dandelion is to be used with cirrhosis problems, constipation, hepatitis, jaundice. We're ready to go to, almost ready to go to break here. We're going to go through another herb here. Cascara sagrada in this Enviro Detox. Cascara sagrada is has some really strong peristaltic actions, and you never use Cascara sagrada with pregnancy because of its peristaltic action. It gets that squeezing effect going in the bowel in order to move and eliminate things that are in the intestinal tract. It also can trigger peristaltic action of the uterus, which happens when a woman goes into labor. So cascara is really not an herb that I ever use with pregnancies. I also want to point out as well, autopsies have proven that when they take all of the organs out and they weigh them, there are large intestines that have been taken out that the large intestine alone has weighed up to 40 pounds. So you stop and think about years of constipation.